Good morning. Happy Easter. So first, I'll invite all the kids forward if you want to sit up here in the first pew. Age is not a barrier too, so Sylvia, if you want to join them, feel free to. Okay, so if any of the children want to come up here. Oh, you're going to leave me hanging, Landon? Oh, man, come on. All right, we got one. Oh, we got two. I know, it's tough. Landon, you can take a seat there. Come on, buddy. I promise this will be worth it at the end. I guarantee it. Do you want to take a seat? Landon, can they move in next to you there? All right, guys, so today is Easter, all right, when we celebrate the resurrection, right? We celebrate Jesus has come back from the dead. And I want to do a little story to illustrate this to you. And I want to talk about animals, okay? Because I love animals. I've loved animals since I was a kid. Do you love animals? You do? What's your favorite animal?
Elephant.
An elephant. Okay, that's a good animal to like. Landon, what's your favorite?
Dog.
That's a good choice. Always good. Better dogs than cats, okay? What's your favorite animal? Cat. Oh, we got a cat lover. We got a cat lover. All right. At home there, I have 2 dogs and 4 cats, but I like the dog sleeps on the bed. All right. So that tells you where we're at in the priority list. All right. I have always loved animals. I have lived with animals my entire life. And sometimes I think back in life and I think to myself, how did I get started with animals? Okay. I forgot. Sylvia, what's your favorite animal? A donkey, there we go. That donkey, we remember that from last week. You know, I was thinking when I was playing with children, but how did I ever get involved with, I'm like Dr. Doolittle at home right now. I got all these animals running around, okay, and how did I ever get involved with this? So I thought back in my life and I said, you know what, I found the point at which this all started. I found the root cause of the problem. Tim, please show them the first slide after this one. There he is. That's what started off for me. Now, I know some of you, I can tell from your expressions, you know who this guy is. Okay, but as a kid, when I was your age, I knew this man up there on that screen. That man was the bunny man. Okay, he lived a half mile from my house. Okay, and he had a barn filled with hundreds of rabbits.
Wow.
I know, it was wow. That's exactly right. You see all those rabbits up there? Those were his rabbits. Okay, now as like a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, let me tell you, some guys want to be astronauts. Some want to be, pilots. Some want to be race car drivers. I wanted to be the bunny man. Okay? Right there is the face of success. All right? You got a barn and you have hundreds of rabbits. Okay? What more do you need in life? Okay? So that's what I wanted to do. So I remember a very special moment in my life where my parents took me down the road to visit the bunny man. Okay? And I remember it like I can just see it in my mind's eye. He pulled out this beautiful black and white rabbit to give to me. Tim, next slide. Bandit. All right, there's Bandit. I remember he put him on the table, and then that was my first pet. He handed Bandit to me. I was so excited. Okay? And we went on from there. We had a lot of other rabbits in my life. All right? And then something happens, right? Next slide. Yeah, Bandit passed away, as all the rabbits did. Okay, but something else happened. I grew up, and like all of us, you go through a phase where you might be an obnoxious teenager, and then you get in your early 20s, and you think, you know what, I'm not going to do these rabbits anymore, right? I'm too cool for school, right? And so you put the hutch away and all the other things, right? And you say it's all over. And I remember through my 20s, I was like, I'm never going to do rabbits. Like that was just what little kids do, right? Rabbits. Who wants rabbits, right? I'm doing bigger, better things in my life.
Oh, an Easter rabbit.
I know, right? An Easter, yes. You just wait. And then something happens. Next slide. You get kids, all right? And so Ashton is looking at pictures, and he says, I'm sure Adeline, when she gets old enough, she'll do it too. He's like, Dad, who's this? I'm like, oh, that was Bandit. I used to have this rabbit as a kid. He's like, Well, I want a rabbit. And you think, oh goodness, right? And so now something happens in your mind. All those things, you thought you put it away for the rest of your life. You thought that was it. I'm closing the door on the rabbits. I'm done with it. That's just something little kids do, right? And then you suddenly realize, now I'm bringing the hutch back out, right? Now I'm getting the food again and all the kit and the accessories that go with having a rabbit. And then what happens one day is you take your son down, right, and you go to a farm, all right? You go to this farm and you go in with your kid and there's hundreds of rabbits, just like the bunny man, all right? And you go in there and your kid says, hey, that rabbit looks like Bandit, right? Now, if this thing gets loose, it's going to be a real fun service, let me tell you, okay? And suddenly, this comes back into your life, all right? I told you this was going to be worth it. Okay, because it is Easter, this is a live rabbit, okay? Top production values here at St. Luke, okay? So if we're going to talk about rebirth and return to life, we're going to have real things here, all right? This is Oreo. I know we have another Oreo in the congregation right now. Would you like to pet him? You can pet him. He's very safe. Okay, what is Easter without a rabbit, right? You want to pet Oreo? Yeah, you're interested now. You're like, I'm putting that book down. You're like, that is a real life. Ashton picked it. The other rabbit is named Spot. I can't tell the difference. You want to pet him, Landon? All right. Pretty nice, isn't it? A real live rabbit. What do you think of him? You like him? Yeah. You do.
His name is probably Easter. I mean, Oreo, because he's black and white,
You're right, like an Oreo. I think that's exactly what Ashton was thinking.
Because that's white stuff is inside of them.
That's the best part. I can't forget about you, Sylvia. You get the pet Oreo too. Would anybody else like the pet Oreo? Oh, Troy wants to get a pet on Oreo. Oh, I got Gay. She's back there. She wants the pet Oreo too. All right. The point here, guys, is, all right, next slide, Tim. Did we get to? Nothing ever dies. Nothing ever dies. Okay? Everything comes back to life. And maybe not just the physical life, although that does as well, but even things you think of, anybody else? Linda Sue, you want to do it. You want to get to Oreo. I'm not bringing near the dog. It's going to be terrible. Jake, my shepherd, he'd be eating this thing right now. Okay, I can just tell you. Nothing ever dies, guys. It all comes back. Not only the physical, right? The rebirth we talk about today of Jesus Christ, but also just think about the rebirth we see in springtime right now. Everything comes back. The whole world is built on this rebirth resurrection concept. And even things in your life, and I found this with kids, I'm hoping this thing does not pee on me right now, okay? Even things you think about, like you put them away in your 20s and you think, I'm done with that, but then you get married, you have kids, right? And suddenly, I cannot tell you how many times I'm pulling toys out. Like the other day, we were pulling Lion King toys out. I haven't looked at Lion King for 20, some years. And we're dragging it back out. It all comes back. And look, now the rabbits are back, okay? And so in a way, yeah, Bandit comes back to life. All right? You guys want to pet him one more time? And then I'll put him away? Okay. Now, guys, we have a little speaking part here I have to do. And then you want to pet him? Go pet him one more time. His paws? Yeah, you can pet his paws.
Does he like it?
He does like it. He loves you. That's why he's not fighting. Although they will fight sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they can bite.
I've never had him bite me. He's a friendly rabbit. All right, guys, good job. You can head back. After the speaking part, there's a hymn. I'm going to slip away. That's not a signal for you all to run away. That's just, I'm going to take Oreo and put him in the back room so he doesn't collapse from fright during the service. And then we have to try and figure out how to resurrect him here on Easter. All right? Thanks.